Hello and welcome to episode... Crap, I forgot. 10! Thank you. Hope for Illyria. Just to bring you up to speed, we have finally ended our war with the Ardiaei and the Eravisci. And now we are at peace for one, well, somewhat at peace. We're still at war with... Okay, well they still have their army in Ardiaei territory in Eravisci somewhere, just camping in the woods, being obnoxious. And we're also at war with Nasus, but really, I mean, this is the most amount of peace we've had in a while, so we're just going to call it peace. I'm sure something will come along and ruin that, but for now, for this turn, for this year, for the spring, we're at peace. So let's go to the next turn. So our goal for this time, barring, you know, Ardiaei or Spartan, or even Ardiaei interference, is to start building up our forces, build up our economy, and turn on these guys. Speaking of Ardiaei, no. Man, I really don't want to have to get no war with Ardiaei. Look who's back. Times 2, look who's back. Emergency measures. Hey! I forgot I had a mission to do that. The arrival of this trader drew others to our lands and trade flourished. Foreign trader. Oh, hooray! It's not. At least it's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. Oh, they brought their actual enemy fleet back here. Well, we'll take care of that in a minute. First, I forgot what. Oh, we needed that for the woodworking, so we can get archers, right? Well, that's corruption. I don't even think we have all that much corruption yet. We're very honest barbarian people. Actually, I'm looking in the wrong place for it. There you go. Corruption. Okay, we do have some corruption. I guess we're not that honest. So I guess we'll go ahead and finish that up for more cultural conversion. Now that we have the worker's hut. I am intensely concerned about the Ardiaei, because look at how much territory they have. As usual, they own all this crap because the Ardiaei suck. Let's see if we can get a non-aggression pact with them. That seems unlikely. Well, they did like what we did to their Eravisci.
Well met, friend. Sit and let your words move me to anger or agreement, as you wish of them.
Oh, the Illyria are their, well, satrapies because of the mod, but vassals, we'll say. How much money will it take for a non-aggression pact? Not that you would be opposed to breaking it. Yeah, it's not worth that much to me, and you'd probably reject it anyway. So I'll say, instead of buying you off, I'll just... Hey, there's my bros. The Dacians. Instead of buying you off, I will just recruit more units. What do we want here? I need woodworking in Illyria, so we can get a bunch of dudes. Oh, ballista, that'll be useful for our treachery. Speaking of treachery, we should go ahead and start planning ahead with the breaking with the Bardyllis. Hey guys.
We have need of talk, I'm sure. But we also need good food, a warm fire, and warm women.
About that, and the warm women we don't want your warm women coming across our borders.
As you wish. Our warriors will find other paths and not trouble you or your homely women again.
Why you gotta go and say that? So this is how the war is gonna start between us. So, you know, argument between your women and my women. Trust me, ours are better than yours because at least we're not always trying to give them away. Anyway, since, you know, you threw that glove down, I'm gonna throw another glove down.
I will pray to the gods and hope they watch over you from this day on.
I don't believe he's being sincere. We're gonna keep the trade treaty. He didn't like so many broken treaties. Let's see if they don't like my bros slightly don't like that. But where's my other one? There they are. Oh, they don't care. They're too good of bros. Hey, get to
My friend, be welcome. The spirits of this place smile upon you. The gods bless you.
Oh, well, too bad he won't be that good of a friend. But hey, that's fine. Alright, let's start. Man, those guys are expensive. But amazing. Actually, everything I got is expensive now. Well, we'll just hold off on that. See if we can trade with anybody else now that, you know, diplomatic relations have suddenly been opened with certain people. Ardiaei.
You are welcome, although my ancestor...
We probably didn't want him to do that anyway because of Rome. Hey, Rome. You're at war with everyone, as usual. We'll see.
For the Senate's part, welcome. For my part, welcome also. And
so
give
weird
me your wisdom.
Hearing Rome being so soft-spoken. Usually they're just screaming at you, threatening you with strangulation at the end of their triumphs. Okay, well, nobody wants to diplomatically deal with me. All things are normal.
For the tribe!
Okay, Nasus, we're gonna have to deal with you pretty soon. But, let's see, we need some more ships. Cheap ships. Fire pot. Biremes. Just one! And, oh yeah, that guy.
Warriors all!
The Unbreakable. I forgot, is this guy supposed to be my administrator? I think he is. I'm gonna make him a bureaucrat. Because barbarian bureaucrats are the best kind. Now, I'm gonna bet he's gonna probably come back towards me and it's like, whoa, 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 let's be friends again. Probably accept like a defensive alliance or something this time. But I'm unless it's a Confederacy offer, I'm not interested. And the odds of that are pretty low. Considering he has, you know, 2 1/4 stack. Oh, well, they're charging me man style with so many mercenaries. Bye then. Just kill them. Make sure they're dead. Nasus sails away. So much for their Eravisci. Hopefully never to be seen again. Considering I didn't start that war with them. Well, I guess in an offhand way I did by attacking their buddies, and they felt honor bound to avenge them. But that's where they're gonna get you. Okay, we can make Illyrian levies now here. Let's go ahead and... Well... Really need to make a fleet to go take care of Crete. And I've got 10 turns until I can attack the Bardyllis without taking a tremendous reputation hit, which, given the precarious diplomatic situation we got right now, would not be a good idea. So, kind of tempted to make a fleet to go take on Nasus. At the same time, I'm concerned about the massing of Ardiaei. Let's see what we have in the kink. We're gonna buff up our northern army to defend against Ardiaei aggression. We can get one marine ship. No, we can't. I don't know if we could maybe, actually more than it's less than impossible to get a fleet of nothing but fire biremes or the Ares and coax out the whole Nasan army into a fleet engagement, beat them there, and then we just walk into their town. Well, not necessarily walk into their town. Well, we guess we could if we got their whole garrison on the boat and then sunk them. That would be a pretty epic naval battle. And it'd also certainly be cheaper than having to get Illyrian marines, which I can't really afford at the moment. You know what? We're gonna do that. Just gonna start slowly building up the navy. Because Nasus needs to get taken care of. They're really a pimple on the ass of progress. Hey there, Dread Administrator. Trained swordsman, no. Agriculturalist, that doesn't say. Political reformer. Yeah, research rate is always great, as is corruption reduction, so we'll go with that. See what our public quarters are like. Public quarters kind of poopy here, but that's to be expected considering we're
How can I help?
Oh, he needs to be deployed to defend against Ardiaei agent actions.
Ready for orders.
Ardiaei. Always Ardiaei. Look at Macedon. Still alive. Still at war with Sparta too. Where are you, Macedon? I think this is the he's at war with everybody. I think this is the longest I've seen Macedon hang tough in a long time. Bardyllis is pretty scary. Still, I don't want to get involved in any of that. So we're just gonna intern. Okay, so I'm thinking our plan now is we're gonna send the firepot fleet to Crete, but the cheapest fleet I can muster that will actually be effective. Try to coax Crete into a doomed fleet battle, and then maybe I can take Crete. And in the meantime, we'll build up our forces to take care of the Bardyllis in about 8 turns. Well, look who's
The
back.
hungry dogs are all around. The wise man bars his doors and looks for shield brothers. What say you?
I say join my Confederacy.
My ancestors have spoken well of you, and so we offer a treaty. The worthy make the best friends.
This is a very weird relationship we got going on here. Join my Confederacy!
I set aside my sword to speak to you, warrior to warrior.
This is the way of the world for men.
I say join my Confederacy. Give you all my 200 talents. There you go.
The gods forbid me to say yes, for we have talked too much and said little.
This is like the hilarious ongoing game between us. One day it shall end. Oh, hello. Libya took Rhymnium. Rome's kind of in trouble. Wonder what the threshold should be for us actually open up. Uh-oh. My buddies are at war with the satrapy of the Boii. Uh-oh. It's not good. Well, as I was saying, I'm trying to think what the threshold would be with actually opening up diplomatic relationships with Carthage. I don't want to, you know, be Macedon from the Second Punic War and be like, oh, it looks like Hannibal's got Rome on the ropes, time for opportunism, and then have it completely backfire on me. Let's see, who owns everything? Rome owns Brundusium. Yeah, the threshold's going to have to be pretty high, because Rome, they're pretty squirrely. We need to rename the Divine Ambulance for something more suitable. There we go, the booty takers. And what's an appropriate standard for the booty takers? I don't even know what that is. That looks like something to bend over. Yes, we'll just go with bend over and take it. Okay, we can upgrade. Which are buildings? Oh. I waited too long on Millennium, and they have ballista and scorpion defenses. But the garrison is really crap.
Yes.
Let's continue our fleet building program. Our income's taking a nosedive.
For the tribe.
Make him better at training. Well, at least the Boii's got really crappy units. Except naked warriors.
Warriors all.
Oh man, he needs some horsemen, particularly if the Boii attack. Probably should save up for some more horse pins. Although, we may be saving up a while. Really need to get our fleet out and raiding. Look at the God, the Telrossi are so dumb. This is why we have to betray them. See, if they weren't so dumb, I would be fine to a certain extent. We would be able to confederate with them eventually. But they're just so dumb. We have to do anything right. I can't tie myself to that. Let's see what we can do in politics. Nothing. Turn into the spring of 260 BC. I'm kind of concerned that the Illyrii and the Boii are gonna dump all over my erstwhile defensive allies. That wouldn't be good. There he goes, he's going back home. I think he declared war on them too, they didn't declare war on him. Well yeah, they had to, because the Illyrii are satrapy, they don't have any external diplomatic options. Since they're tied at the hip, that presumably means... Oh, I forgot to get a dignitary. Whoops. The woodworker's done. How many ships can I afford to send? If I want to take Crete, like, legitimately, I'm going to have to take quite a few ships. Particularly if they're just going to be firepot ships. Yay, lesser corruption. We probably need the food. Although, battering ram might be useful for delineum. Although I don't really expect that to end in a siege. We'll probably fight a field battle. Only problem with Dominium, and I guess I should start preparing this actually, because I'm probably gonna have to attack from the south, because I'll need to attack their army outside the city and get it, hopefully get it over in one big battle. But to do that, we're gonna need quality troops. So, and we also need money. So we'll go with that. Which we could get money if we, you know, had trade routes. But we don't. We never will. We're the worst mercantile empire ever. Let's try Athens again.
Greetings! We are civilized folk, so you may speak as you wish, and we will give you an honest answer.
Yeah, whatever. Honest answers always go to hell. But you have to admire that kind of directness. I think we're gonna prioritize our war with Nasus, at least for the short term. Because he's going to be stuck up here guarding against the Boii. Bardyllis is going to have to be the guy that takes on the Dominium whenever that, or the Orossi whenever that rears its ugly head. I'm not going to rush into this because as crappy and their army is and as dumb as they are, it'll still be it'll still be having to fight 2 stacks plus a city garrison. I mean, that ain't no joke, no matter what the quality of units. Turn. Well, the only saving grace for them is, well, they don't really have one. Maybe they'll be able to knock out the Illyrians, but I kind of doubt it. It's a matter of time before they get punched out, unless they somehow manage peace. Oh, interesting. And the Veneti's back. Liberated by Rome, of all people. Want themselves a buffer in Cisalpangol. Seems like my income's taking a dump from this fleet upkeep. How much more can we really I really need to make a convincing show of it with the Navy. Unfortunately, we're not gonna mess with that actually, because the bigger the fleet, the more micromanaging it is, and then micromanaging is awful in this game in fleet battles. We don't want to go overboard with that.
Ready for battle.
Okay, we're gonna start saving up to build up in our economy while our fleet's away. Carpenter. Onagers would be nice, as would scorpions. I love scorpions. I don't know what we should build here. We're gonna save up slowly to get a horse pin up there. So we won't have to come all the way back to Illyria to get horsemen. Since if you go to war with the Celts, you definitely need horsemen. Since they nonsensically have a bunch of skirmishers. Which doesn't really their manly motif of swords, shields, helmets, and nothing else.
I call now for you to take to arms against these human wolves. Give your warriors leave to fight.
No. You got yourself into this mess, buddy. You get yourself out.
And trusted you to find the warrior's worth in my words.
I mean, he did start the war with them. Maybe not completely unprovoked, but nonetheless, he did start the war. It's a feast! Hooray! The Rossi is at war with Bardyllis? Interesting. Well, that was short-lived. Oh! The Ardiaei. That's of interest. I wonder if they're at war. Who? Oh, Rome is so incredibly boned now, I think. This might be the threshold that I was waiting for to... Let's start putting feelers out there. Hey, Carthage.
Your words will find an attentive ear here in Carthage.
What about Libya?
Speak, my friend, unburden yourself of diplomacy, and let us find agreement here, in the fashion of simple, honest men. Our mer...
Yeah, the magical, you know, disposition meter says otherwise.
Our merchants do not want trade with you, and my master takes note of their undoubted expertise.
What about bribes? Yay, bribes!
I accept.
Always make things better.
When two ride on the same camel, they become better friends. Or, they slit each other's throats.
Boy, that makes me feel better about getting in relations with them. Very non-duplicitous people, I can tell. He likes that.
The people of
hey,
Carthage welcome honest men and honest talk.
Oh, come on, Carthage. Well, you don't really like Libya, but you kind of do. Rome's not gonna like this one bit. Yeah, but I'm getting to the point where I believe Rome is pretty screwed. I mean, they're literally at war with everybody, and generally they can hold their own against that. But oh, Carthage took Corsica. That's a rare. Carthage seems to be doing quite well. Definitely want to be friends with them.
Be welcome
for
and
now.
Sit. We
Come
have
on,
much
Carthage.
to discuss.
No, I don't want to join war. I want to give you money. Very little money, but money. What about trade? Yeah, we'll come back to this. It'll come crawling back. See, look at our money now. It's such an amazing thing, trade. Hey, Nasus, piss off. What? 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 I don't want to have to... Fine, we'll fight this. Stupid auto-resolve. Seems like a waste of time, but it would be a bigger waste of time if I was to auto-resolve at least lose half my fleet. I guess we'll get to see plenty of naval battles in this, which, and if you're at all familiar with naval battles, you'll see a lot of bugs. Because naval battles are kind of wonky in a lot of ways. With, you know, telling a ship to ram and they sometimes don't ram, they'll just stop right before they ram, or they will just go off with orders on their own. It's impressive, quite frankly. Also, since it's like a micromanagement nightmare, you can't at all have historical type naval battles in my experience, because ships move too fast and they maneuver too quickly, therefore, and also the rams do way more damage than they should. So it's kind of a micromanagement nightmare.
Battle group awaiting your word. Ships ready. Ships all.
We're gonna set in a double line.
Ready, willing, and able. Battle
So what I typically do in naval battles is I'll usually go in a double line, sometimes in a crescent, and I'll send in some the first wave to coax them into chasing them, and then they'll split off and either left or right, and as they give chase, then the second line comes up and broadsides them. That's generally how I approach naval battles. Sometimes works really well, sometimes it it generally works. That's been successful for a while, particularly against transport fleets. But we'll see how it goes. Listen to our admiral.
Today, we fight one of the oldest civilizations in the world. They used to dominate the Mediterranean, I am told. Now look at them, pathetically shaking at the sight of real men. Let's run them through.
Yeah. Nasus used to dominate the Mediterranean. I know he means the Greeks, but still. See what kind of ships he's got. Tower 5. These stupid little raiding ships. And treacheries is, I believe, is it a quadrime? Yeah, it's quadrime. So that's a quinquereme, it's a quadrime, and the rest are just little dinky fisherman ships.
Crewed by warriors and ready. Ships awaiting your word.
Alright, since these are all raiders, they all have javelins.
Ready and
so we're going to begin. Send in the left.
Ready, willing and able.
And have them check the right.
Ready and waiting.
Move up this division with their general. Or admiral, rather.
Assault ships reporting. Oars ready. Row.
Take the bait. We're making maneuvers.
Row.
They've taken the bait.
Assault ships ready to attack. Ships aye. Weapons ready. Ships and oars ready. Assault ships awaiting your word. Ships awaiting your word.
Uh-oh.
Assault ships reporting. Ready.
Ram them again.
Ready. Willing.
And then the right.
Get at them. Row. Oars.
One ship down, two ships
Assault
down.
ships ready to attack.
Let's go ahead and set up the right reserves.
Assault ships reporting. Ready and able. Arm. Ready. Moving out. Crewed by
And double time.
Ready. Willing and able. Assault ships.
Oh, they're on fire.
Ready and able.
There goes the infantries. Yeah, fire pods.
To the oars. Ships and oars ready. Aye. Ready, willing and able. Oars. Aye.
Too bad you can't capture ships anymore like you could in Empire and Shogun. That would actually, you know, present a purpose to boarding. Oh, that was easy. Good old Orzov. Very accurate in that regard. Oh no, I lost the ship somehow. I think it caught on fire. Oh well. Another bad thing about naval battles is that ships don't get credit for actually sinking ships unless they take them or set them on for. They only get experience for killing the crew, which, you know, rowers don't count because they're not people. So that means they only really gain experience for either shooting the crew or boarding. And boarding, particularly in the legendary mode, is really risky because of those minuscule. Well, they're not even really minuscule, but the melee bonuses units get and make. If you have really good borders, and particularly experienced, it can be a bit of a toss-up. Enslave those 17 men.
For the tribe!
Oh, I hate that I lost that ship. We'll just replace him. How many turns until they're replenished? See, that replenishment rate was worth it on the upgrading in. Always worth it for navies because they're so slow replenishing. Okay, well that does it for this episode. Well, we'll continue this in episode 11, entitled The Booty Takers, because we're heading to Crete. Until next time.